What's going on, guys? It's your boy Random Guy Kev, and this is Thoughts of a Random Guy. We talk about many things dealing with love, dating, relationships, adulting, life's ups and downs, and the ever evolving world of just being a human. Don't forget to check me out on all your favorite social media platforms at Random Guy Kev and my website at randomguykev.com. Today's topic is emotional availability, and my co host for this episode is.
Black Mamba, Instagram, Black Mamba _8, and Twitter as well. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, so let's get into emotional availability, and I think it looks different for everybody. So, what does emotional availability look like to you?
To me,
To you.
I think about this all the time. Emotional availability, like how are you able to communicate? How are you able to display your emotion in a way that is constructive? That is like, hey, this is how I feel about this. This is why I do this. I am to me, like, there's like different levels. Like, I wear my emotions on my sleeve type of person. With certain people, though.
Not with everybody.
Not with everybody.
You can't be vulnerable with everybody.
You can't be, but like with the people you care about, you could be vulnerable. You could be emotional. I think that sometimes folks have a fear of being that way because they would never want somebody to look at them that way. And I am like big on like, I don't care who you are, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. And you know what? In me telling you how I feel, like if I trust you enough, I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes we run into situations where your partner and I honestly, I'm gonna go granular. I'm gonna go very direct with a statement to say, as you look at who you want to be with, it's like, are they able to be emotionally available to you? I look at my parents. I look at and you know what? It validated that the other day. It was like emotional availability really is something that has to be very, very honest, very, very open, and with no shame, no guilt behind it, none of that. And how do we do that? Like I don't know what it is for you, but for me, emotional availability is like, yeah, I'm an open book.
And I think
It's scary.
I think as men, as we get older, we deal with specific relationships. Emotional availability. Most of us learn it, but some of us don't. But emotions in general are something we learn as we get older. For most of us, and we communicate it differently. And that's the thing. It's like I learned, like everybody looks at emotional availability different. Everybody receives it different.
Yeah.
And some people want to receive it a specific way. So for me, at one point, for me to communicate my emotions, it was very hard only because I don't know what these I don't know what these feelings are. How do I communicate this to someone I genuinely like have feelings for, that I like, or the right people around me? And it's like, not until my sister, my dad died, it was like, now this shit is just flowing out, and it's just like, bro, like, this is how I feel. Here you go. I don't know how to
hold it back.
Yeah, I don't know how to hold it back. I mean, I've been in situations with you where I'm just sitting there crying because I don't know, like, where my feelings are. My feelings are everywhere because I'm in a moment, and then like.
But it takes those moments though too, right? And I feel like for the longest time, before what happened with your family, which was so unfortunate, so unfortunate, I think that's what made our bond even deeper, because I've been in the position where I was in a position with you, right? And I saw what you're going through. I saw the pain you're going through. And sometimes you have to be a protector of that pain, right? Sometimes you got to be a protector of that pain. And if you don't, I feel like you wouldn't have felt that way if I wasn't a protector of your pain, and like we could have those conversations and stuff like that. Because a lot has happened for you, right?
Yeah.
And a lot has happened for me. But at the same time, it's like you need to put people through that. And sometimes it's very hard. Let's never get it crazy. It's very hard. It's very hard to be very comfortable to say, hey, I want to be emotionally available to you. And I think I struggle with that with my parents right now. Right now.
I
As
mean,
we speak.
it's a Haitian thing too.
It is.
It's called-
It's a fear of like not feeling weak, not being.
But
I think men generally is like if you are so emotionally available, then you become the. You're not a man. You're not this. You're not that. And
Yep.
like,
Yep.
and I'm put this towards pop culture. Certain people don't like Drake
yeah,
because he's too emotional sometimes. But you know what? He knows his emotions.
but that man is emotional about
Yeah.
everything. So it's funny.
But that's fine. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah.
But it's not my business. Like I'm not dating him.
yeah,
I appreciate how honest he is about himself. Kanye West is emotional. I appreciate how they are about themselves because if you're not, then people really won't ever understand you. If you're not, people will never understand what you're going through, understand why you're like that, understand why you do things. It might not be the right thing that you're doing, but
Yeah.
they would never understand why you do it.
yeah,
And everybody can be like, oh, he doing too much. Or he not doing enough.
Yeah.
Or he cold. Or he that. No. Emotional available, honestly to me, I'd rather you be emotional available than not because then I could choose to decide
yep.
what I want to do with you.
And again, emotional availability to me, it looks like, me being vulnerable and open with you.
Yeah.
And being a person that I trust, that I can break down in front of him like, yo, is this a safe space? And sometimes for me personally, it's easier for me to write how I feel versus like verbally expressing certain things because like my mind is always racing. And that's the one thing a lot of people say, like the moment you date a creative, you become part of their art. And it's like, yeah, I have so much shit in my head that it's like the only way I know how to express it is to write.
Yeah.
I'm just writing my thoughts down. I'm writing my shit down and putting it together and brainstorming ways that it flows for me. So, emotional again, but everybody looks at emotional availability different. And as being Haitian culturally, men are supposed to be strong.
Yeah.
No matter what, don't share your feelings, don't cry, don't do this. I mean, that's most men in general, but Haitian is like,
It's like a double down.
yeah,
You know what's crazy? Why it's even double down? And I'm gonna throw it like for certain Haitian, like in our generation we don't have to deal with this, but Haitian men that grew up early, like our fathers are like our fathers. Let's go with our fathers. Like we're both in our 30s, so like you're talking about people that are in their 60s. A lot of the women that they were dating, women that they end up marrying when they came to America were nurses, right? I'm sorry to say, nurses make more money than probably most of their fathers do, hands down. But the culture is that the man runs the house. So it don't matter that my mom makes 100K and my dad makes 6. At one point, he was probably making less than that.
Yeah.
But he was hustling and stuff like that, doing things like
doing
that.
other stuff. Yep.
But at the same time, if you look at now in this day and age for us, it's like, yo, if your shorty's making 150K and you making 80K, like, yo, you're not the boss.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's to show you, in the Haitian culture is so crazy that women, like, not in Haitian, I'm gonna put this in foreign culture in general, foreigners all across the world. The woman submits to their man in everything. In the finances, even they bring the check is going to the father to the father to take care of how we deal with the bills. Like her job, even she's working hard. Like I'm talking about, like this is back in the day, and it doesn't exist like this anymore.
Yeah.
But back in the day, we're talking about our parents' generation. People that are in their 60s, people that are in their 70s, people between 50 and 70. I don't even know if 50 doesn't count anymore because 50 is like, we 20 years apart from that.
Yeah.
But I'll say that 20 years apart from that, that makes sense. So I think we're at a position, they're at a position where like a lot of women, not all women, a lot of women submitted to the man ran the finances, even though you were bringing in the bacon.
Yeah, I mean, it was a different, and the thing is, it's a different time back then because women. You got to remember, women couldn't work, women were getting paid less.
Yeah.
and it was up. It was up to the man to do all this stuff.
So even yeah, so like in
So,
that
but now in this age, women, women's rights and all that stuff, women are getting paid more than men. It's like men feel some type of,
are they getting paid more than men?
some are, yeah. If
Is
you
it because of what?
in
Eh,
general, I mean,
I don't
some of
think
them
it's
have more education, definitely,
yeah. Okay,
but
okay.
definitely
I
some have
think
more.
the level of playing field is like women were going to college more than men.
Yeah, no,
But
definitely.
nowadays, but to the point, I still we let's not. I still believe that men still make more money than women in
Right
general.
now, yeah, just right now.
Depending, don't matter what you do. Like I'm like the Las Vegas Aces won the NWA
WNBA,
finals.
yeah.
I'm like sorry, Aja Wilson, you fire.
Mm.
But you wearing LeBron sneakers, so he's about to make more money than you. He's been
Mm.
making more money than you. But like it just shows you like,
Yeah, but there's still a discrepancy.
oh, this it's
There's a
gonna
discrepancy everywhere.
the discrepancy is like it's unreal.
It comes back down to our the discussion where women are allowed to be more emotional and vulnerable than men are, and when men do that, they're considered a bitch.
Yeah.
And it's like, but women still want, hey, be more be more in your feelings. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me this.
Only
Tell me.
only in private. You know that, right?
You said what?
Only in private. Women nowadays they want to tell you how you feel in private, but in my mind, and just like I don't like to speak for women sometimes, but like I'm gonna put it out there. I feel like in public, certain women, I'm gonna say certain now because I'm gonna use that. Certain women like to feel like a man's gonna be a man, because you still want that, like, because I think it goes back to being emotional available is like to like I think for women it's being like emotional available to say, hey, I could talk my feelings, I could say how I feel, but like don't be crying in front of like random people in the restaurant because you just like
Yeah,
like
nah.
don't be a bitch, yo. But
I mean,
at
yeah.
home, I want you to be emotionally available. I want you like if I'm and I think and to your point, you said it earlier. You said the perfect thing. It's like it changes for people because it depends on what you're looking for, right? So emotional
Yeah,
available for me is like I want you to just tell me how you feel.
yeah.
Just tell me how you feel.
Just be you.
I just no be not be you is okay. I think that we all know that there's things that you don't want to like be you, but like if you knew you were like a weirdo and doing weird shit, like I'm not saying be you because like I might not like you after
Yeah,
that,
you
but
stupid.
but it mean like be like hey emotionally available, be like hey I just didn't like the way you talked to me today, and let's have the conversation in private, but don't try to expose me in a
In the
restaurant.
restaurant, yeah,
Yeah, they're saying, but like as men, like I would like for men to be like, hey, I didn't like how you move in private. But certain people be like, nah, why you do that? Like causing the scene, like
Causing a
why?
scene, yep.
Like I think that's where for me is like that's the emotional availability. It's like, hey, you didn't like how I did something, so emotionally, tell me how you feel about that.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I'm at, and I think a lot of women are like that too. It's like, hey, I don't need you to be in the bed while we sleeping. Like, nah, yo, I don't love you. Like, like be like, yo, I like be it like I'm not emotional. Like, nah, bitch, you supposed to do this. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that in there,
Yeah,
but
no, you're good.
but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, be like, yo, like, nah, I'm tough. Like if that's your partner,
Yeah.
and you're upset about something, you could feel like you could go to that person and be like, hey, yo, babe, like, I'm annoyed by this. Like, da da da. Not, it might not be related to her, but like anything, like, I'm annoyed by my job. Like, I want that open level of communication to be like, hey, let's talk. But when we get to a restaurant, I think that for a woman, like you can't
Save that for home.
yeah
Save all that for home.
take that home, but then have that conversation when you get home. Save that emotion for home. And a lot of I'm gonna speak for the women. I feel like a lot of women feel like men don't even do that. Certain men don't do that at all. They don't even say how they feel. They don't say how
I
they
mean,
feel. They just disperse. They leave or they.
Yeah, I mean, because again, sometimes sometimes people are stuck on what society is saying.
But to your point, we talked about this. It's gonna be on another podcast that you just threw out there. But it's like it goes back to what we said earlier. men don't leave. Men would just start just doing other shit to get you out, right? But when he could just have that conversation, be like, hey, I don't like how you do this. In the bed, y'all sleeping together. I don't like how you do this. How can we fix this?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's emotional availability right there. How do we fix this? And if it can't fix, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But that's honesty. That's communication. How do we fix this? How do we fix that? We turn around. We don't want to be around each other anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and that's that's a rough thing for some men. I know, and I tell all men, go seek therapy.
Yes.
Seek therapy some people are afraid of therapy. Therapy doesn't work for everybody, but at least have a conversation with someone about just how to grow as a human, how to grow as a man. Have a discussion with other men.
You know what's crazy? You say that? I think that when I started going to therapy after my breakup, I think I was going down a deep spiral to where I was going at. But also what it did teach me, I'm not saying and I feel like I hate the word that therapy doesn't work for everybody. Therapy is not, I don't think it's like a fix. It's not like a drug. It's not like a Tylenol. You got a headache, take a Tylenol. It's not that.
Yeah, it's over time.
It's
over
not
time.
that. It's never gonna be that. You know what? I look at therapy, and people might disagree. I look at therapy as like a voice that's so unbiased to what's going on that could look at it clearly and not try to protect you in the same sense. Because I could talk to you, right, and then be like, talk about what's going on. You're protecting me.
Yeah.
You're protecting me because you're my friend. And you might not think you are. You might not think you are. You might be like, oh no, I'm just looking at it from both sides. I'm not saying you did that, but I'm just saying. But in general, like I could be like, hey, but then at the same time,
I play devil's advocate all the time.
yeah, but even devil's advocate is always biased. When you have a vested interest in both parties. Think about that, right? Even with you, right?
Yeah.
My vested interest was more leaning towards you.
Yeah.
But I'm also thinking about, hey, this situation. We talked about that. We had the conversations, and that is a very big thing. People don't realize is that you need somebody outside to look in. You get the facts, and that's why honestly I'm a big fan of couples therapy.
Listen, I'd be big on that. Therapy in general, and then couples therapy. Like, figure out your shit.
Couples therapy, and you split them up, and everybody says they both part, and let the therapist because that's their job. They get paid stupid money.
We paying a therapist to figure out our shit
an hour.
And to help us out.
Yeah, they know both sides. So
they unbiased. They're a neutral party. They'll be like, okay.
Especially when both sides are involved. Like, it's so amazing.
Yeah, and the thing is if you want that to happen, and again, the one thing I learned from
your past experiences
is that make sure to ask the question of what does emotional availability look like to you, so I can make sure I'm providing that to you, because I know what it looks like to me, and I can provide you what I'm used to, but what it looks like to you could be completely different.
Yeah, and I think to your point, it's like that question is like, what is being honest? Is like, what are you willing to accept? If Shorty's like, hey, I'm not really big on talking about my emotions, are you willing to accept that? Because I feel like people be capping.
Yeah.
Like my boy also says, CAP, stop the cap. Like, people be capping.
I mean, do you think everyone is in the right space to share emotions?
No. Because they got their own demons they got to deal with. I'm going to be very honest with that.
I feel like a lot of people have their own demons that they're dealing with. And it's like, before you start sharing stuff or dealing with people, deal with your shit. Figure out what's wrong with you. Because again, as adults at our big age, we all have some type of trauma we dealt with. We all had something we dealt with.
People like to lie about it too.
And people just accept that, hey, this has happened. This is what's going on. This is how my life has been going. XYZ, XYZ. And I tell people all the time, like, the biggest trauma in my life is my sister and dad. Like, point blank period. I will break down at any point. If I see something that reminds me of them, I try to get better at it. Most times I do. Other times when we start having that conversation,
Yeah.
I'm
Man, I was
crying.
there. I've been there.
I'm crying. I'm done.
Nah, you
Like,
breaking down. I remember
no.
everything. We
Yeah.
Cancun. Yo, that was, but it was so beautiful though. I love to see that. I not in the that
Yeah,
sounds
no,
crazy.
I get you.
I love to see it because I love to see the emotion, the understanding, the okay, this is what we're doing. And you know what? We're gonna continue to grow from that, right?
Yeah.
But like sometimes I don't believe not everybody's ready for that because they're not ready to speak to about what's going on in their life.
Yeah.
And they're not ready to speak to it because you have to fix that first, then fix the other thing. Then fix the emotional ability. You have to fix that. And when I say fix that first, you have to be willing to be honest with yourself. So like, hey, why I went to therapy was because of that, what you just said there. I always believe, I was like, I'll always say my feelings, but clearly I did not. Look, if you look at the scenario I was in, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really say how it really felt. If I had said that from the beginning, we wouldn't have been in that position.
Yeah. No, I agree. If y'all, your relationship, your past relationship, y'all were together for a long period of time, and to me, outsider looking in, it just based off information you provided me, it just didn't seem like you guys evolved in your relationship to communicate effectively your problems and stuff like that, and then bring it back to the table and be like, oh, okay, we need to fix this.
Yeah.
You guys just like kind of let it fester,
And then
just got
then things blew up at the end. And it made it so easy for her to leave.
Yeah.
And then it was like it kind of fucked me up. But like it just shows you that was like me not realizing that I was not even emotional available to even say how I really felt.
Yeah.
And now when I went to therapy, shout out to my girl from Orlando. She's a beast. She was a beast. She will kick my ass, but she was a beast. I loved her. I actually found her. She went on a sabbatical for like 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And I went on her Instagram. Was like, yo, shorty, where you at?
I need you.
Well, I was like, yo, I haven't heard from her. She's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you, cause I was going through my insurance, so like,
Yeah.
the availability. I was trying to say some corny.
Yeah.
Bro, but she was a great person. I was like, yo, she's like, yeah, I took a sabbatical. She's like, since you doing through the app, like they won't tell you. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I get the life of niggas that got money and niggas that don't got money.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, damn, I need to pay for a therapist. But to your point, yeah, I think that's where we were at, and it was like, it was annoying. It hurt. I'm mad as hell about it, but I move on from that.
And that's
but now I'm emotionally available now.
Yeah. I mean, you've learned.
Yeah, I'm good now. I'm okay. I'm say I'm not good. I'm good.
And that's the thing. It's like, you know me. It's like, and I tell all y'all, like, yo, therapist, go get a fucking. You know me. I preach that shit. Like, go get a therapist. Too. And it's like,
I think I'm like you too now.
Whatever.
I'm like you. I'm like, go to therapy, bro. It's real. It's real. It's unbiased.
Yeah. I mean,
it's unbiased. It's like, it's so natural, so unbiased. You're like, damn, this is real.
Yeah. I mean, and the one thing is like, I love when my therapist. The thing is finding the right therapist to kind of tell you about your shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's hard. Find the right person to tell you what's up. And it's like our friendship. It's like one of those things where, you know, I have no filter. So it's like, and I know certain points you don't have a filter. So I can hit you up and be like, yo, do I sound crazy? And you know, when I do hit you up about situations like that, you're like, oh shit, this shit is serious. Okay?
Yeah, I was like, I gotta stop what I'm doing.
This shit's serious, Kevin, because Kevin ain't gonna talk about some shit like this. I keep shit personal. I keep shit locked in. And if I bring that shit to you, I need to make sure I'm not sounding crazy.
Yeah.
Because I need someone to check me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please let me know I'm the fuck wrong. This shit sound crazy.
And I feel like we did that a couple times. And I was like, bro, yeah, you kind of wild for that.
Yeah.
But then, you know, see, we can't even talk about it. Oh my God.
We can't.
Oh God. But yeah, like, it is that emotional check, that availability check, that accountability check, that which we could go into another podcast about
Oh,
accountability.
we should do accountability
Oh my
next.
God, accountability check. Oh my gosh, but I'm not gonna go into that right now.
Yeah.
But it is that honesty behind it, right? And like you say, devil's advocate. I like to look outside. And low key, I should want to go for therapy, but they don't make enough money for me. So
I mean, it depends if you're going to private practice, but
yeah, even if I go to private practice, that you got to hustle every day to do that shit.
again, but not all therapists are good therapists.
Yeah, so like it has to be like
We know a couple.
yo, chill, chill.
All right, I'm done.
Chill,
I'm done.
chill.
All right, I'm done.
Chill.
But, yeah,
Yo,
I mean-
I'm trying to be. I'm on my best behavior today. Hey, yo, my man, Joe, yo.
I mean, at the end of the day, emotional availability looks different to everybody.
It does.
And so, can oversharing hurt you though?
Yes, 10,000%.
And in what ways?
Every way. I'm telling you right now, every way. I'm an oversharer.
I mean,
I don't really.
It's better to tell the truth than lie.
I know, and you know what? It's like, I'm gonna be very biblical about this, right? And I don't go to church every single Sunday. I pray at least 3-4 times a week. I don't pray every day. I'm gonna be honest with myself. I probably don't go to church on a regular basis unless it's an event, right?
Yeah.
Because I have my thoughts about church. Church, and when I say church, not saying believe in God. I said going into a physical space. I feel some type of way about that, right?
Yeah.
Do I believe? I believe in the Bible. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in of honesty. And I think this is where I get tripped up at, right? This is the part where I get tripped up at. Like, how honest is too honest? How honest is too honest to say like, hey, if I really today in this right moment at 8:47, and I have a lust for somebody else, and I say it out loud, will I get in trouble for that in a relationship? Yes, because
You need me to pour you another drink? I could pour you no. Let me. I pour you another drink real quick. Go ahead, get into it though. Get into it.
It's the idea of knowing that that a certain thing can make you feel like you cannot do anything else. And to say that out loud, it sounds insane to me. To say out loud that I could be like, hey, every moment in my life I think of you. When I'm not thinking of you, what am I thinking of? Oh my God, I'm about to put myself in some trouble right now. God made beautiful people in general. So I'm sorry to say, if you made my eye in a sense to say, hey, I can only look at certain people, then make my eye that way. But you didn't. This beautiful woman out here.
Okay. Yeah, always. The thing is, again,
but it's like, wait, see, before you go, it's like, that's what I feel like. It's like going to church and doing this and like being faithful and being like, it's like not being faithful. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it. Being faith-based, right?
yeah.
And to say that, hey, like, you have to move in a way that is very honest with God and doing things for God and like doing these things for, like, and
Spiritually.
Spiritually, yeah, it's a perfect word.
Spiritually
Thinking about
Spiritually moving.
and then you're like, damn.
Because Haitian parents, or they'll hit you with the, did you talk to God? Did you pray on it? And it's like, I did, but he's not helping me. He's not helping me with my emotions currently.
Right now, in this moment.
Right now, he's not helping me
Right
with my
now,
emotions.
when I speak right now.
Yeah, I need help right
and,
now.
Like, I wish this was a video. Like we said, like right now.
Yeah.
When I speak right now, when I wake up at 8:47, I'm like, damn. Yeah, you're not it right now. You might be at 8:49, but 8:47.
Yeah.
Something just crossed my mind. Damn, it's like damn, like, and if I'm honest about that, going back to your say, if I'm honest about like, yo, if we go out, I'm like, yeah, she was cute. Certain women, depending what it is, they'll be like, oh, okay. But like, is she wrong for being upset if I'm looking at somebody else?
My thing is, again, at the end of the day, it's trust. If your person trusts you,
But then don't overshare. Then that's my problem about oversharing. That's why
so
that's
okay,
why I said that.
okay, I
That's
see
why I
what
say
you're
that
saying.
because it's like out of oversharing,
Like, babe, I was looking at that girl over there.
I'm like, yo, her ass fat. And she be like, why are you looking at that though?
Gotcha.
Be like, oh, it's like, yo, this is like a specimen.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Going back to guys, like, why would you put me in this position to do this?
I mean, but again,
I'm not acting on it.
But how about back to our talk, oversharing your feelings?
That's a feeling, though.
Yeah, it is a feeling. Damn.
That's why I said it.
Yeah.
It would go back. That's why I had to think about it. And I was like,
Oversharing your feelings. Like,
I'm oversharing how I feel.
Oversharing with the wrong person. Oversharing your feelings with the wrong person, because
I feel like it's so granular. I can't really
because people can use that as a weapon. He was
Yeah.
being a bitch. He was crying. Da 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 da.
Yeah, but that's like a very like, for me, I would never do that.
Yeah.
Two, she a bitch.
She a bitch. Hey, yo.
Not only is that she was never meant to be with you.
Yeah.
If you feel like, if you overshared, right? I'll tell you right now, I've overshared with all my exes. If they ever used anything I said against me, you're a bitch. And when I say you're a bitch, I mean like you have no respect for me.
Yeah.
You have no respect for our relationship. You have no, like right now, like I've seen all my exes at some point in the last.
Some point. I think my thing is, I feel like we ended. All I have is good things to say about you. You're amazing. You're the best person.
Yeah.
Boom. Anything else outside of that, I'm done. Like,
There's no point of complaining about. There's no point of complaining about bringing somebody down. For what reason? And if I bring you down, I mean, you really didn't mean shit to me.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, in my past relationships, you know them. I've been in a 6, a 5, in a year relationship, right? And all of them people, yes, I'd be like, yeah, they might be a little crazy, but I would never dog them to people. Like to my family, something like, yeah, that girl was short, it was crazy a little bit. But I stuck out that relationship. Clearly, I saw something.
Yeah, I saw. You
Like,
saw something in
she
that
didn't
person.
just start getting crazy.
Again, and that was back to our last topic, where it's like men do not really leave
Unless you're like nuts.
unless you do some
something
crazy, some wild shit.
Honestly, you said cheating, and I'm not even trying to bring that. Like cheating, like which I haven't seen that, but like cheating to me, in what sense of what happened, right?
Yeah.
If you were like a serial cheater, and I'm like, yeah, you're crazy, but like, I think that
sometimes you can recover from cheating.
You can recover
depending
from
on
cheating
what happened,
the situation in that moment. Oh my God, like things happen, like because I've cheated, right?
Yeah.
And I will own that, and I've been my ex before that, because I ain't cheating before that, she dead ass was like, okay, and we figured it out. We got through it, whatever. But I think that if it's like there's no respect there, and some people be like, oh, cheating is no respect, and I get it. It is.
You have trust issues after that.
I'm like, okay, yeah, fine, I get that. I'm not denouncing cheating at all. I'm not saying that it's like nothing it could happen, but to that point is to say, hey, this like for us to really leave, you have to like do something that's unforgivable. And some people, cheating is, but for me, other things I'm more unforgivable than that. Don't show me attention. I'm good. I'm good off of you.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me. I'm good off of you. If you're not available when I want you or need you or want to have conversation, and then you don't even like acknowledge it after the fact, I'm good off of you.
I mean, as men, we're so fucking simple.
We are.
We're so fucking simple.
It doesn't take a lot.
It doesn't take a lot to keep us happy. We don't get. I mean, and I feel like as Haitian men, we have the most patience out of all men.
Because we have to.
We have to. Like, as Haitian men, we have the most patience out of all men because, we have to deal with Haitian women in general. And Haitian women are great women, but at the same time, it'd be like,
I'm not going to speak on that.
it'd be like, come on, Come on.
No, but you know what's
Hey,
crazy?
come on. It'd be like, come on.
I'm proud of you though,
Yeah.
cause you kept it consistent.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Me? You know the last time I had a Haitian girlfriend? Do you want the last time?
some men tap out.
Do you want to hear when the last time I had a Haitian girlfriend?
Never. The first one?
Never.
Oh, never. Okay. I mean, it's
I've
hard.
had-
It's
I've had-
hard.
I've
It's
had-
not for the weak.
I've had 2 Jamaicans.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I had 2 Jamaicans. I had a Dominican chick.
It's not. Again, it's not for the weak,
Not,
and
now it's not for the weak. It's just like
it's meant. It's mental. It's a mental mind game. It's a physical mind game. Physical game. It's a spiritual
I'm
game.
gonna put you on the podcast on a different podcast because I think that what I want to say here is like you have a different craft. Like, what I would say here, what I will say is that I love Haitian women.
Yeah, of course.
Hands down, I love Haitian women. I would never not say that, and everybody thinks I don't. I do. I've dated
It's just
them.
you haven't met the right one.
Even when I met the right one, they didn't think I was the right one. I'm being honest.
It gotta be reciprocated. It gotta go both ways.
I've never felt like I fell in love with a Haitian woman.
Mm-hmm.
I like crazily fell in love with a Haitian woman.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't love me back.
Mm-hmm.
It fucked me up.
And that's
That's not why I didn't. I still try to talk to Haitian women. Like just like Haitian women from that. Like now that I'm dating, like I like to like have conversation with Haitian women. I like to have like do those things. But it's like
yeah. I mean,
don't know,
bro. Honestly, it'd be that way. It'd be that way, honestly. And at the end of the day, you know,
I'll tell you, all my friends, most of my friends that are Haitian men, only one of them has been able to be with a Haitian woman. And I'm talking about my podcast. I'm looking at my podcast right now. Actually, my podcast in general. We've dated Haitian men. We've, fooled
dated
around.
Haitian women.
Oh, sorry, Haitian women. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Haitian women, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like looking at like only one of us has been consistently dating
Haitian women.
all the
I
time.
mean, it's not for everybody.
It's not.
It's an obstacle course. It's really an obstacle course. It's different. But like, and that's the thing. It's culturally for emotional availability in the Haitian culture.
Do you think you could be emotionally available to a Haitian woman though?
Yeah, I'm always open.
But I feel like Haitian women are okay with that though.
I mean,
if they have to like you first.
They do have to like you first. And the thing is, it's like, from my experience, I thought I was being emotionally available the right way to my person, but come towards the end of the story, I wasn't emotionally available the right way for her. And it just fucked me up. It's like, bro, like, we've been doing this for like 2 years. So I'm not emotionally, you should have told me this shit from the beginning. So, that's what I learned from my therapy sessions where it's like, hey, let me just make sure.
I was about to say something crazy. I was like, let me stop.
Let me make sure.
You would have thought that
Yeah,
people communicate better, but they don't.
No, of course. So again, like I said to you, the ways that I normally communicate my emotions, depending on how I feel, I write it. I like to write. I'm gonna write you a letter. I'm gonna write you some poem. I'm gonna write you something where it's like conveying my feelings, how I'm feeling in the moment, how you make me feel, and take it from there. If you don't accept that, tell me the right way to communicate to you that you like, that you can actually take in.
Facts.
Don't wait. Don't wait 2 years. Don't wait 3 years to tell me, okay, this is the way you've been communicating it to me.
Stop. Cause you already know what I'm about to say.
No, I know.
So stop.
All right.
Stop.
So yeah, that's kind of it. But as we get to the end of this podcast, do you want to leave people with anything in regards to emotional availability?
Look, protect your heart, but also be very honest with your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And emotional availability goes back to communication, right?
Yeah.
When I say communication, like communicate how you feel, but be protective of it because not everybody deserves anything of that, right? Unless you feel like they're worthy of it.
Yep.
What I've learned is that if you find that this is your person, if you want emotional availability, communicate that. Communicate with that, but come with no judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to feel like if I say something to them, they're gonna look at me differently. So continue to be honest about what you really want. If you're willing to deal with that, if you're willing to deal with the emotion, and we're two men here. It's not like men and women here, and it might be different for women, but for men, if you're looking for emotional availability, be honest about yourself, what you're really looking for. Because if you're not really about that shit, don't do it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it because
Yeah.
you're just gonna put yourself in more heartache than you can even understand. Not a heartache, headache.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be asking for something for somebody that you know that's not what you want.
That's not. And some people can't provide the emotional availability
And it's
that
okay.
you want. Yeah.
And it's okay. And you know what? It's okay. You move on, or you accept it, and you move on from it. You always will move on, but accept it, and be like, I'm not here trying to change people. What I realized is like, stop trying to change people when they already showed you their cards. And you could have those questions and.
Like you said, stop trying to change people. People try to change someone. Like, I like everything about them, but I don't like this piece. Let's see if I can change them. Oh, no.
It's not a project. I'm sorry.
Just let it rock. Let it rock.
I'm over 30 now. I'm not dealing with projects. I'm not dealing with projects. You know what? And if I deal with a project, not a 30-year-old that's a project, too. Yeah. Probably like a 24, 25. You know, they
That's past my.
Yeah,
that's
we
past
know.
my
Yeah,
limit.
right, like, but
you
you're
know,
like,
I don't go that. You know, I don't go that low. I'm like, nah,
I'm not gonna say how low I go anymore because
I mean, mentally, it comes back down to the mental stability and where people are at. But again, it's just, I'm sorry,
I need a lot.
I don't play. I own a home. I'm an adult.
Yeah, but what if a 25-year-old owns a home and they're adults?
That's cute. That's great. But it's just. You gotta be doing a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's out there. There's women out there that's doing that.
And I've learned a long time. Like, I'm okay with being single.
You know what's crazy?
And the thing is, a lot of people are not okay being by themselves and mentally checking themselves.
Yeah.
They can't mentally check themselves to be alone and mentally like, hey, am I okay in my own space by myself? And spiritually be good, physically be good, mentally be good. Not a lot of people are there.
No, you're right. And you know what? And as you say that, like, that's how I was in the beginning. And I was like, still like yearning for that, right? And I went down a deep dive. But then when you know what you said, it's funny. Because that was cool. Like, that whole idea is like, okay, I don't need you. I don't need to be with you. I don't need that validation. Oh, that's like, we're not gonna talk about that.
That's a whole nother discussion.
But you said something that's funny, but like I'm gonna throw a caveat in it. We live in New Jersey. Yeah. Do people know that people that
I mean, I would hope so, yeah, New Jersey.
Okay, cool, right? We live in a different world out here. And what I realized is that being that I travel a lot for work, a lot of people that don't know, I'm not gonna tell you what I do, but I travel a lot for work. And I meet people all the time, and I'm like, it's a blessing to have a house in New Jersey. Beyond blessing. Like, it's like insanely blessed. Like, I could probably move to any other place in the middle of the country and probably have 3 houses. Based on what you just did here, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna put a caveat on your shit. I'm gonna put a wrench in your shit. Say that, like, you got your own house in Jersey. If you had if niggas had their own houses in Atlanta, not Atlanta, outside Atlanta. Oh yeah, y'all the same level playing field. You might have 3. Should just have 2.
Yeah.
But she might be 25 and have 2, which is fire. But you know, but I think also it's like, I don't think age has anything to do with emotional availability. I think it's more about, hey, can you communicate your feelings respectfully with no action behind it? That's why I go by emotional availability to me. It's like, I can tell you how I feel, but you're not going to use it against me. You're not going to do anything against me. You're not going to say, oh, yeah, shorty crazy because she always want to talk about her feelings. Or, oh, this nigga not man enough because he wants to talk about how he upset about how. No. Just have a conversation. Communicate that. That's my thing.
Yeah.
If you could do that, oh, we golden.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Where can people find you at?
Oh my God. People can find me at Instagram, blackmama_8. I'm also on part. There's a five-headed monster podcast called Defeat the Norm podcast. We're on every single streaming thing that's available: Apple, Spotify,
Google Podcast.
Google Podcasts. There's so many of them. I
Yeah,
don't
there's
even
a
know.
lot. There's a
Honestly,
lot.
I don't even know. We're on everything. It's
Yeah.
Defeat the Norm podcast. Defeat the Norm podcast. Straight no. And then I'm also on Twitter, blackmom_8. We record our podcasts on Sundays. We do video now. We on YouTube too now. Wow. So yeah, check us out. Random Guy Kev will definitely be on there soon when he ever decides to leave his.
When I leave my home.
When he decides to leave his cave.
Yeah. But but that's it for this episode. You guys can find me on all social media platforms at Random Guy Kev and my website at randomguykev.com. Don't forget to check in, and I will catch you guys on the next one.